Can we normalize the fact that not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur? And can we normalize the fact that for some people who do want to be entrepreneurs, it may be best to start working for someone else first? I think people forget about the fact that when you are an entrepreneur, especially coming right out of high school or right out of college, you don't have real world experience in what makes a company tick. You may have insight on your product, your service, the thing that you see as being able to make you money, but you don't have the insight needed to run the back office. You may feel like you've done all of the marketing things and creator components, through school, but no one has given you the insight in real life, what it looks like from an accounting perspective, what it looks like from a tax perspective. How are you going to hire people? How are you going to ensure that the bookkeeping is where it needs to be? There are so many pieces of the puzzle. The supply chain, the technology, all of those pieces. And you can say, oh, I'll just hire somebody to do that. That's fine. But what about before you get to the point of being able to hire somebody to do those things? I don't know. I hear these conversations periodically. I want to do my own thing, and I want to be the my own CEO. I want to be the CEO of my own thing. And that's great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But sometimes it helps to see it in another environment, big company, small company, whatever that may look like. Get your hands in as much as you can, or build relationships so that you can have people to call on to ask questions. Sometimes that route of learning hands-on is beneficial, or more beneficial than you think. Don't get me wrong. There are people who do it off the cuff, right out of high school, right out of college, all those things. But what we don't see is the road that got them there. That handful that do it immediately and they have the resources and all of that, that's one thing. But the ones who they all of a sudden pop up at the age of 28 or 30 or 40 or 50, you don't see what they went through before in order to get there. And so you sometimes wonder if you're going that route and you're doing it based on what you see someone else did because they suddenly popped on the scene in your mind. You don't necessarily know all the things they did prior to get to where they are today, where you see success. So yeah, there's something to be said about schooling in order to prepare you for entrepreneurship. And when I say schooling, I don't mean just university. I mean getting experience elsewhere that teaches you how to be your own CEO. Food for thought.